So people can get mad with me, they can say, all you talk about is money. Yes, that's my job. As of today, that's my job. And I will stand up here boldly. Because if you can buy it on stupid stuff, people buying stupid stuff. You hear me, mama? People buying stupid. I just found out that when people buy stupid stuff, if you can buy pills and all this kind of stuff, you can pay the pastor salary. Yes, you can. Yes, you can do something to pay it. Get you some cans, pick up some cans, do something.
What is going on, my YouTube family? This is Jason Rembert, and you are tuned into the Moments of Truth podcast. Now, listen, don't you click off. There's a reason why you turned on this video, and we get ready to get into it. But before we do that, I'm going to ask each and every last one of you, please like this video. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your subscription will give you a chance to win $300.
Money should be falling from the sky.
And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can win it, okay? So, guys, without further ado, I'm getting ready to play this clip, and we are going to have a conversation afterwards. Let's go.
We're pulling from the offering, trying to get the musicians paid because they got to be paid.
Every Sunday.
These two that play, they have to be paid. I don't care how much they call us mom, pop. It does not matter. But guess what? They got to be paid. And apostle ain't going to let them go without being paid. Then you got a pastor salary that could be taken care of. Right. We got it together and everybody gave. But because people don't want to give, well, I don't have it in a week. Well, you have it in 2 weeks. So if you got it in 2 weeks, go ahead and give $40 and be good with it. But we spending all this money on unnecessary mess. I will go in the hair store and spend about $300. And then about $400. By the time we walked up out of there, that woman swiped that card for about $400. Because that's how much hair costs. If you want good hair, now if you want nappy hair and you don't want to have to do that, then you go get that. You go get that for $20. That's fine. Hey, it's all according to your budget. But I know that we can give $20, right? So people can get mad with me. They can say, all you talk about is money. Yes, that's my job. As of today, that's my job. And I will stand up here boldly. Because if you can buy it on stupid stuff, people buying stupid stuff. You hear me, mama? People buying stupid. I just found out that when people buy stupid stuff, if you can buy pills and all this kind of stuff, you can pay the pastor salary. Yes, you can. You can do something to pay it. Get you some cans, pick up some cans, do something.
All right, guys, that was the clip. But let's have a conversation, guys. Okay. Judging from the video, it looks to be a small church, no mega church. And let me say this from the beginning. I do believe in giving. I do believe that if you are a member of a church, and especially if you are growing at that church, you should give to that ministry. You know the lights need to be paid at the church. You know the water bill needs to be paid at the church. You know that if the church is not paid off, the more than likely you have to pay rent or mortgage at the church. You know this. So if you are not giving at your church, and you are growing but not giving, something is wrong. Do not take all of the drama you see with these mega preachers and junior mega preachers and wannabe mega preachers cause you to miss your blessing, because it still is a blessing to give. If you have a church in your local community and you are growing in that church, it is a true community that is loving and kind and no drama, no mess. No church is perfect. You're going to have drama in every church. But if it's not one of those type of churches where the pastor is getting over on you and the pastor is manipulating or things of that nature, you should give. If the ground is good to sow in, you should give. Don't put it all on the leaders. That's not fair and it's not right. Okay. So I believe you should give. I know that the times that we're living in, with the tariffs, with the cutting of SNAP benefits, people being laid off of their jobs, it's hard on everybody. It is. And true leaders, true pastors, I believe they are adjusting to the times. They're not asking you to give crazy amounts, but it don't cost nothing to help the pastor keep the lights on at the church. It don't cost nothing to help the pastor keep the water running at the church. Something breaks at the church, the tithes should be there should be enough money in the church's account to fix whatever is broken. If you are a small church, and when I say small church, I'm talking about less than 200 members. Anything less than 200 members is technically what we call a small church. If you are a small church and you are leaving it all up to the pastor and his family to do, shame on you. Okay. Now, I love church people, man. I really do. I understand her argument when she said the musicians got to be paid, staff needs to be paid, pastor's salary needs to be paid. But you cannot get up there and go on a full-fledged rant and tell on yourself at the same time. Because she said that she goes in the hair store and spends $300 to $400 on the good hair.
That is blasphemous.
Well, by you saying that, you're automatically telling people, why should I give if I'm paying for your hair? Because that's what you're putting out there in order. Because you're saying that, you go into the hair store paying $300, $400 worth of hair, and then come right behind that and say, we can pay the pastor's salary, y'all. We spend money on stupid stuff. Let me tell you something, man. You cannot bully people into giving to the church. It's either in people's heart to give or it's not. Can't bully them because that's how you lose your people. It's either in their hearts to give or it's not. This is just my opinion. Because I've seen it. People give what they're being fed at. People give what they're being fed at. Do I believe that a pastor should be on salary? Yeah, I believe that a pastor, especially if he or she is a real pastor, they deserve a modest salary. I do. Now, it's up to the church to determine what a modest salary looks like. I can't set a salary for a pastor. I do know this, that it should not be a burden to pay the pastor's salary. I do know that. I truly believe that a pastor should not be driving in fancy cars and you got leaky faucets and all that at the church.
He ain't lying.
I don't believe in that. I do believe that a workman is worthy of his labor, but you can't bully people into giving. You just can't. And then you telling people you can go pick up cans. You can go. No, well, why don't you tone it down some, First Lady? Because all you did really, you just put your husband in a even more difficult position. That's why I say, man, some people don't deserve microphones. They just don't, man. They just don't. I'm not against women preachers. I'm not against first ladies getting up and saying things, because there are some great first ladies or elect ladies that get up and truly are helping a strength to the husbands. But some people don't need a microphone. You do more harm than good.
Thank the Lord.
You just put your husband in a terrible position, because now if people wasn't giving then, they sure no ain't giving now, because now you just invited the people to pocket watch you. You saying you going to tell people you spending $400 on hair, but I'm pretty sure most of the women in the congregation probably ain't got $400 to go spend on hair, and then you turn right around and say that we can pay the pastor's salary. You're contradicting yourself. I don't know this elect lady. I don't know her husband. I don't know the name of the church. Okay, I just noticed this clip online. Maybe somebody in the comments that lives in that area can tell me the name of the church and the name of the pastor and the first lady. But we have to understand, man, in order for a ministry to work, one, it takes God. It takes his stamp of approval. It takes his anointing. Two, it takes leadership. And then three, it takes the people. All these dynamics have to work together in order for a church to flourish. Do I believe in musicians being paid or singers being paid? I do believe in that. When the church gets to a point where it can pay staff or pay people that help the ministry to flourish, then I believe that they should pay. I believe that the musicians who put time in to hone their craft and their skill, they should be compensated for it. Okay. I believe that singers, if they're giving time and effort, and worship leaders, worship ministry team, they're sacrificing time and effort through the week when they could be at home handling business. They sacrifice their time to come to the church to practice these songs, some write songs, and to give the people a great worship experience, to bring them to the presence of God. I believe they should be compensated when the church is able to do so. Do I believe that leaders should be compensated? If you're a pastor, you think about this, guys. If you're a pastor, answers the phone 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, praying for you when you're going through, helping bail your children out of jail, helping you to pay your bills when you fall short, counseling you when your marriage is in turmoil, or counseling you when you are in personal turmoil. If he or she is truly being a shepherd over your soul, then why not compensate them? Because let me tell y'all something, man, from experience, because I pastored for about 3 years. Pastoring is a very dirty job. People expect you to do everything, while most pastors receive nothing in return. I've seen pastors give their sweat, blood, and tears, sacrifice time with their families, can't go on vacation, can't do certain things because they're married to the ministry. I've seen pastors' marriages go up in flames because the church has come in between the marriage. Because people pull on the pastor, don't care if he's sick or if she's sick, don't care if they're feeling good or not feeling good, don't care what their financial problems are, don't care what they're dealing with internally, mentally, or emotionally. Every time they call the pastor, the leader, they expect the pastor to have a word. Pastors don't have the luxury of saying, I don't know, or I don't feel good, or I can't do it right now. Pastors don't have a luxury, because as soon as the pastor say no, you ready to spread his or her name through the mud, saying that I thought they was real. So when the elect ladies made statements like that, I understand they're under pressure. But everything needs to be done in decency and in order. And if you can't say what you got to say through love and with wisdom, then maybe you are not the person that needs to say it. Like she said, everybody want to know, I'm always talking about money. And I am. From this point forward, I'm going to always be talking about money. You don't do that. You don't. And then whoever that gentleman was, I guess he's a musician, in her amen corner, he's out of order. Taking it as a joke. You're out of order. I'm all good with, maybe and I also believe that that leaders should divulge financial information to the congregation. Let them know where the church stands financially. The people have a right to know where the money is going. The people have a right to know what the money is being spent on. And sometimes if the pastor give that information saying that, hey guys, the light bill for this month was $700. Tithes only covered $200 of that. Where you think the other 500 came from? So when people are able to see what the pastor actually shoulders, then a lot of times, if people truly have the love of God in them, they'll be more amped to help. Now, I'm not talking about these mega preachers. I ain't talking about the preachers that's bringing in millions of dollars a month or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. I'm talking about these small churches, because there are a lot of small churches suffering and a lot of small churches breaking apart because we lump the smaller churches in with the mega churches. We think that every pastor is doing wrong, and that's not so. Every mega pastor is not doing wrong, and every small pastor is not doing wrong. I'm not differentiating. Me personally, I don't differentiate between small and big. I'm just using these words because we're living in a society that differentiates small and big. But in the eyes of God, there's no big eyes and little U's. So guys, y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And here is why. Because I am doing a $300 giveaway, guys. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And I want to celebrate us hitting that mark. And I want to celebrate by blessing one of you with $300.
I know you lying.
And this is how you can enter. First, I need you to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification, set it on to always, okay? And then I need you to take a screenshot of your subscription with the bell notification turned on, along with your name, and email that screenshot to me at rembertmediagroup@gmail.com. I'm putting it down at the bottom of the screen so you do not forget. Once you email me, your name will automatically go in on the list for the drawing. And once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will do a video of me pulling one name out of the barrel, and that person will win the $300. And I will reach out to you via email to let you know you have won, and you can let me know how you would like to receive your money. We can send it to you through Cash App, we can send it to you through PayPal, we can send it to you through money order, or I can send it to you from Walmart to Walmart. Okay? So guys, I pray that this video kind of shed some light, kind of gave you a little bit of insight. If you would like to be a blessing to the channel, I will put that information up as we get ready to get up out of here. I love you guys. I pray God's blessings on each and every last one of you. Until next time, this is Brother Rembert. Know this, that you are truly blessed in Jesus' name. And we are out of here.